Can you introduce yourself?
So my name is Chris. I'm Bulgarian. I've been in Korea the last 5 years. I came 2016 in September for a government program called K-Startup Grand Challenge. I do a startup here in Korea, but my hobby is to travel around Korea and explore different locations.
Were you interested in culture before?
When I first come, I didn't know anything about Korea. I knew from my geography class, that there's a South and North Korea, but in general, I didn't know much. But I was always interested in history. Asia was an open chapter for me. That's why I got interested.
I know that you've been traveling a lot here.
I think I've been over 100 places in Korea. I keep track of the places that I want to go or I've been in a Naver map. If I show you my map, you'll be surprised. So I've been to most places in Korea. I'm trying to, cover it all over, every single area.
How do you feel like to travel in Korea?
I think it's very easy to travel in Korea. I don't drive, I use mostly public transport. And I also like traveling by myself. So it feels really good, and people outside of Seoul are very welcoming and very helpful. Sometimes when I travel with KTX, the person behind me is a Korean, he wants just to sleep and puts it down. Sometimes I have to fight. Like I want to look outside, it's not even sunny.
What was the best location?
The best location was my first trip, because this is how I was hooked up with traveling in Korea. It was in Gapyeong area. I was traveling with some friends and we went to like a trivial place for foreigners, We decided to stay in a small pension. We kind of mismanaged our times and we couldn't find public transport that goes to this area. We were kind of hopeless. There was just one guy that spoke Korean, but then he gave somebody a call and 20 minutes later we had like a small bus. What did you do? Like, what happened? And he said, well, I figured out close to the pension, there is like grocery shop. And I called the grocery shop and said, hey, 10 people, we're gonna do barbecue tonight. We're staying in this pension, it's very close to you, but we don't have a way to come. Can you find a transportation for us? We're gonna come, pick the food that we're gonna cook. It happens that they had like a way to do this. For me, this was like, wow, Korea is a different level. In my country, in Europe, you cannot arrange stuff like that. So I kind of like this trip opened up the idea of me that I'm gonna enjoy traveling in Korea. And on this trip, there are like so many first times, like staying in Korean pension, like 10 people laying on the floor, no bed. Our first barbecue, first tipsy time with soju, a lot of first times.
Is it boring?
I don't think traveling in Korea is ever boring for me, because you're right, a lot of things look same, but they're quite different. If you just like go a little bit deep into the details, to me it's very interesting to discover the similarities, but also discover that they're like quite unique. I think Korea is quite unique when it comes to the combination of culture and food and also natural phenomenon. So yeah, I think it's very beautiful, very diverse as well. There's like a lot of mountains, but a lot of valleys, and also the 4 seasons, it makes it really beautiful. Because like if you go to like Southeast Asia, it's always summer, it's pretty much the same. And here it's like it changes. So there's like always a motivation for me to go back, and see the same place but in different season. And I've been doing this and I really like it. I think this is how I travel, and that's why it's not boring for me.
Do you have any goal for your traveling?
I don't have many goals actually. I just travel to enjoy, and it's my kind of like way of putting down the stress. My goal is to travel, but no, I don't have a number for it. I'm just a traveler now.